So you've got the Animal Welfare Minister with David Rutley. George has held the brief from a commons perspective, particularly on farmed animals. I still do stuff on wild animals, and it's important that we continue to make that one of the key things that we do once we leave the European Union. Is actually the United Kingdom has been at the forefront of making sure animal welfare is a key part of what the rest of the European Union does. And I think one of the challenges is we need to make sure that's still a priority for the EU 27 once we leave. So it's an ongoing challenge. At the moment we are pulling together the legislation for the Environment Bill and the Environment Governance Bill, and it's, how can I put it? I think it's going to be a huge bill. Not perhaps quite as systematic as George's two bills, which he's going to be taking through the House in the next 12 months. But I think it's going to be a real opportunity to make it clear that, of course, the Conservatives are the natural party of the environment, and the clue is in the title of our party. So not only will there be the elements about environmental governance, and we're very conscious about the desire to make sure that we have an independent body which will continue to hold the government to account on behalf of the voiceless environment, but it will also allow us the opportunity to take forward other proposals that we want to do, so to fix issues in terms of air quality, in terms of other aspects of the environment. But it's genuinely, I think, going to be an exciting time, and it certainly has been an exciting time to be an environment minister and part of the DEFRA family. There's a number of different challenges that we will continue to face, including how all of this is a bit fake. Nothing could be more fake than actually the genuine appetite for really making sure that the environment is at the heart of everything that we do across the government. So whether it's, George has probably already referred to the environmental land management, which he is managing in terms of the future agricultural bill. We need to continue to remind farmers that in the future they are the original friends of the earth. But of course that subsidy that they receive today for a variety of activities will be in competition with greater funding for schools, health, police, and that's why we are so passionate in making the cause for our agricultural industry, but recognising that it needs to come with a public kind of payment for public good, and that's something which I do believe that the majority of farmers recognise, and we need to keep making that point more broadly as well to our friends in the Treasury. I think on that short note, rather than recognising that half the party was over, I think Zach is coming. However, I will say something quite, next week we are hosting the 4th Illegal Wildlife Trade Conference in London. Yeah. So the very first one was in 2014, and I think that was probably a massive step change in what we set out to do around the world, and China particularly took up the baton and have delivered a big change in their legislation. So far, they are definitely following through on it in terms of enforcement. And I think one of the things I'm conscious that there are people in the room who understandably their main focus is ivory, and they will be pleased with the outcome that we are delivering through the Ivory Bill in Parliament. I'm very conscious that there's a bit of a battle going on with certain people in the Lords, but I absolutely want to assure people in this room today that ivory will have no value within a year's time, and I think that's a very strong thing. As I say, there are other challenges, and one of the things that I'm quite passionate about and reminding people, illegal wildlife trade is not just about elephants, it's not just about rhinos, and they are the big beasts, they are the charismatic megafauna, literally the big beasts. And it's not just about the cute pangolins that everybody's got into as well. Actually, we have to recognise that flora is also, it's actually more legally traded than elephants, rhinos, tigers, lions put together. And that's why we need to make sure our focus is not just on these wonderful, magnificent beasts, without which the world would be genuinely a poorer place without them. We just have to keep reminding ourselves it's about other aspects of nature as well. So most recently I was in Mozambique, where actually they've turned around a problem, but we need to help them, and I'm very excited about some of the announcements that we'll be making next week. But we need to keep this journey going. Again, it's another issue within the European Union where we are the leaders, and we need to make sure that France, Germany and other countries keep up the momentum once we leave, and I can assure you we'll be doing our best to try with that. So exciting time to be a minister in the department, hopefully an exciting time for all of you involved in animal welfare and supporting the environment, And I can genuinely say that the team is united in making sure that the 25-year environment plan comes into reality, that we will keep that torch going and recognise that actually genuinely you should be proud of the fact that we will leave the environment in a better state than we inherited it. So on that note,